My statement always starts with, I give honor to God for this opportunity. This is just God's plan, and God led all year for me to be going back through this again, through the same scenario, and playing much better, and doing the things that we've always wanted to do here in Memphis. And I thank God for the opportunity. What a great game for us. Started off slow, had an 8-point lead and started building it with the bench. And we missed 2 free throws and give up a 3, and it's a 5-point swing going into halftime. So we have a little adversity, and then come out in the second half and handle business. So that's what good teams do. You just continue to keep plugging away until the job is done, and that's what we did.
Combination of PJ Haggerty and Dane Danger, man, that's a bad combination. How do you like, since he went to the starting lineup, this team has had a different dynamic, especially going inside and outside. How effective can this be going forward?
Well, I mean, that's our 1-2 punch. We got a lot of pieces, but that's the biggest 1-2 punch because that's inside, outside. And they just have to make the right decisions, but we're blessed to have both of those young men, right? That's something that a lot of teams don't have around the country. And then when you have shooters that you can put around them, that if they make mistakes, they can knock down shots, that makes you really deadly. So I started calling that a lot more, and those guys just have to make the right decision.
Coach, with PJ Haggerty, obviously you probably don't have to get him ready for a lot of big-time games, but when he's facing his old team, were there any more check-ins this week leading up to tonight?
No, I actually went to him before the game and asked him, was he okay? Just let the game come to him, and he was okay. I didn't do that with Kobe Rogers, and he had a bad game, so I felt like I had to go to PJ and just kind of check his temperature on where he was, because you know how it is. Playing your old team, they're mad that he left, and they were going to try to take him out of the game, and I just wanted to make sure he was good.
It seems like Moose is okay. Is that?
Yeah, thank God, because I didn't want anything major to happen, man. It's just deja vu against Tulsa. That was like, no, Lord, please, not like this. And
you had the flashback?
I mean, honestly, it was Tulsa. At Tulsa, and that would be incredible, but thank God he's okay.
Was it his left knee?
Yes, left knee.
And then also, you talked a lot earlier in the season about your goal is to get to 20 assists a game. You've got 82 in your last 4 games, and the turnovers are coming down. Only 8 tonight. Mm-hmm. How proud are you of that?
I'm very proud. At first it was frustrating. Being a point guard that played in the NBA that had to run the show my whole life. I understand that possession is king. You don't just throw the ball away, right? You don't be careless with the basketball. And I'm trying to allow these guys to have freedom, and that freedom comes with some responsibility. And we were just a little too wild at first, and then we calmed it down, started watching film, started going through things differently, started having them understand where their outlets were going to be, and then we started talking about sharing the ball from good to great. And then the turnovers came down and the assists went up instead of it being more about one-on-one.
You were up 19 with a little over 5 left. How much are you going to stress just keeping the foot on the gas for like style points with seeding, or is just walking away with the dub enough?
Yeah, no, it's more than just that, but it is that to me. Honestly, I'm not, again, most teams around the country understand it at this time of the year, right? But the guys that haven't won, they really don't understand that. But you also want to kind of put fear in the rest of the league and teams that see you play like, hey, they can finish. But if you keep giving teams that the notion that, hey, man, they'll get up, you keep playing, they'll let you back in, you don't want that. We have to finish games better for a lot of reasons.
You're back up to number 1 in the country in three-point shooting percentage, and you shot 43% tonight, so I'm sure that's not going to change. You had a little bit of a cold streak there for about a month or so earlier in the year. What do you think has allowed you guys to get hot again from 3?
Well, again, since I've been here, I think my teams have shot jump shots more than any teams in the country because all we do is shoot. We need to start shooting more free throws again. Not enough, but jump shots, we're shooting jump shots all the time because we know how important it is with having PJ, who's able to beat this man a lot, Tyrese, who's able to beat this man, same thing with Kobe, and then you have Dane on the inside. We have to make shots to make them honest, and just thankful to be able to have this group, just to be hard workers and making shots.
What did you think of the whole barrage that they kind of went on in the middle of the second half to kind of pull away there?
Yeah, I love that because it was defense turning into offense, right? Defense travels, and when you just hang your hat on defense and don't worry about the offensive side of it and just continue to plug away, and good things will happen for you. And when I saw that, it's just basically like our hard work paying off and good things happening to us for doing the right things.
You mentioned checking in with PJ. I guess it was today, right, in terms of how he was doing emotionally. Was there any extra chip or motivation for him going into this game? We talked to him after the Rice game, and he talked about kind of trading text messages with his old teammates and friendly banter and stuff like that.
No, I think with PJ, man, they know PJ's temperament. He's not ever a guy that's going to leave upset. He just made a decision for himself to move on, right? And those guys understand that because that's the business. And it wasn't any bad blood. You would be able to tell if there were bad blood. There would have been harder fouls on him if that were the case. So there's no bad blood. So it wasn't anything all week going, well, man, they're going to get you. You know, like to me, the energy on Kobe was way worse than the energy on PJ.
And Dane, it seems like obviously he turned a corner just in terms of scoring the basketball many games ago, but now he's doing a little bit of everything, right? He's filled the stat sheet again tonight. What's his evolution been like from the time you got him to now, where he's impacting every facet of the game, it seems like, for you guys?
Yeah, when we first got him, we understood that he had great footwork, right? I don't know of another big that has the footwork that he has. But where he's grown is being more vocal, being a better defender, being a better leader, getting to practice earlier, right? And all that stuff marries into how he's playing, right? He's playing better. He's working on his game. He's working hard. We never, ease into anything. Everything is full speed, game speed, and he really works. And that work is paying off. But from when he got here in June, it's light years now because the care factor is there. To me, he still had questions about himself if he wanted to still be here, maybe, because it was that up and down thing. It just happens in the summertime. And God just let him know, hey, man, this is the place for you. And he's just showing who he really is.
Was there a time you thought he was going to leave this summer?
I mean, you never know. Because he was one of the players on the team with Tyreek Smith that had the opportunity to leave before season started. And you know that tampering's always happening. I can't put my finger on that, but anything can be happening, so we didn't know.
A couple for me when PJ Carter was doing his stuff over the last 3 games, there was, people wondering out loud about not only does he need more playing time, does he need to start, anything like that? Was there any conversations being had about that, or examining that, or was it just more like, well, why would we? How are you looking at that?
Yeah, I look at it both ways because he is putting himself in a position to be someone. That's why I started him in the second half. That he's a threat and he has to be accounted for, right? With PJ, it has crossed my mind to start him. But, man, he's good whether he starts or not because he's just instant offense, right? And he's comfortable with who he is in his skin. This is the best team he's ever played on. He's enjoying every moment of it, and whenever we need him, he's going to be ready. But he's going to get minutes because he is one of the best shooters in the country, and you got to have him on the floor.
Got a little tense there at halftime. What was that about?
To me, it was just friendly banter, right? It's just what you do when you're playing the game of basketball and you're passionate about the game. And obviously Tulsa got offended. And they were just going back and forth. And I just told the coach, we're just here to play basketball. We're not fighting, no violence, any of that, man. We got kids in the stands, people in the stands. Let's just play basketball. And that's all it was. It was back and forth between the players. Leave it at that and don't take it any further than that.
And then you got Temple on Sunday. There's a very clear storyline going into that game is you guys got to get them back.
Yeah, I mean, they did a great job at Temple. Coach Fisher does a great job. He has his team playing hard, and they play very smart. And we have to protect home court. Last time they handled our pressure well. I understood what they were doing, and, you tip your hat to them. We'll be ready Sunday.
Hey, Coach, as you get closer to your goal of winning a regular season conference championship, are you guys more focused and getting ready to go there? And also, are they enjoying the ride instead of just going through the motions?
We are focused on winning conference because that's what the good teams want to do. You want to win your conference. It hadn't happened for us in a long time, and we got a lot of basketball left, but we want to win conference, right? So we are locked in on that, and they understand what's happening and what's going on. And our goals are bigger, but that's definitely something that's attainable, that's right here, right in front of us, and we have to handle that first. And everybody's locked in on that mission.